Welcome back to Liffey Travel. Montreal is so walkable and romantic. In this video, I'm sharing some of my favorite spots around the city, complete with addresses, so you can experience the magic too. I caught the 12:30 a.m. Megabus to Montreal right after a long, chaotic workday. A quiet ride, the highway hums, someone's softly snoring, and the city lights fade away. Around 7 a.m., we pulled into Montreal. Montreal has this effortlessly creative energy. It is the kind of city where the categories blur. Galleries that serve espresso, cafes that double as artist studios. Every street I wandered felt like it had something quietly beautiful waiting. You'll find most of the cutest cafes and boutiques tucked into my land. Close enough that you don't really need a plan. This place is a vibe. Carefully arranged records. I stumbled on this stall by accident. Dreamy watercolor prints of Montreal.
Let's make some new traditions, me and you.
A raw, immersive gallery, literally underground, all from local Montreal talent. A cafe market hybrid with flaky pastries, pastel tones. A cozy market tucked beside the Notre Dame Basilica, the kind of souvenirs that feel like keepsakes, not just stuff you forget in a drawer.
These moments together with you.
2 floors of vintage and Y2K gems, thoughtful picks, clean space, friendly staff, and honestly, amazing prices, pure dopamine. Your go-to for souvenirs that are actually cute. Postcards, magnets, stickers, fun, cozy, and totally giftable. This place looked like a movie set. Cozy, stylish, full of home decor and gift ideas. Basically, Pinterest in real life. Vintage clothing for plus sizes and original art? Obsessed. I brought home a sticker and a painting I still think about.
I didn't even notice you only let your hair down for me. With every early morning, I'm used to having you around.
After a full morning of wandering, window shopping, and coffee sipping, I headed back to my hostel in Old Port for a quick reset. I booked a female dorm. Nothing fancy, but the washroom's clean, and the location? Chef's kiss. Just 2 minutes from the waterfront, cobblestones, and cafes all around. But let's be real, I couldn't wait to head back out and get lost in more pretty little shops. A Dreamy stationery shop. Notebooks, art supplies, gift wrap, and shelves of cards by local artists. Everything here is just adorable. Modern, handcrafted jewelry with clean lines and bold designs. It's elegant, minimal, and super wearable. This was my second favorite shop. Bright, joy-inducing furniture and home goods. You walk in and want to redecorate your entire life.
You are my heart, you are my heart, you are my dream, come alive, my everything, my like no other, yeah I could stay here with you for forever.
And finally, my favorite, a layered space. Vintage shop, gallery, coffee roasting studio, all under one roof. They had knit-wrapped hangers, adorable. Upstairs, I met the artist. Casually working in her studio, she harvests patterns from real sewer covers around Montreal and turns them into bold, graphic home decor. I bought one of her paintings. I'm still not over it.
Like no other, yeah I could stay here with you for forever.
Okay, this next place, completely unexpected. It's called the Insectarium, and honestly, it's one of the coolest places I visited in Montreal. It's actually one of the largest insect museums in North America, but it feels more like a nature-inspired design gallery than a museum. There are 36 display cases, over 3,000 insect specimens, all organized by color: reds, greens, blues, shimmering metallics, It's literally a rainbow made of beetles and butterflies. Every case is so beautifully lit and framed. I stopped at each one like I was in an art gallery. There's an underground tunnel that leads into these dark, quiet rooms, designed to feel like the world through an insect's eyes. Some bugs are so camouflaged, they look just like leaves, totally hidden. And finally, the butterfly greenhouse. It's warm, humid, and so peaceful. Butterflies flying freely all around. One landed on my hat. Another one hitched a ride on my sock, and I didn't even notice until someone pointed it out. You're not supposed to touch them, but sometimes they land on you anyway. It kind of feels like you've been chosen. It's magical in the softest way. At the exit, there's a mirror to check you're not accidentally taking one home. Then there's this long vine, and inside, ants carrying leaves like they're in a perfectly choreographed parade. And if you're lucky, you might catch a butterfly emerging from its chrysalis in the nursery. I actually saw one trying to break out. It struggled for an hour. I waited and waited, but eventually it just stopped moving. I didn't expect to feel that emotional watching a butterfly try to live. I stayed an extra hour hoping it would make it. It didn't. And I left this bug museum feeling unexpectedly emotional, like I had just seen something small and real and kind of heartbreaking. The Montreal Museum of Fine Arts is huge, like 5 buildings huge. I didn't even see it all. But what stood out was how bold the exhibits felt. They didn't just hang stuff on plain white walls. Some rooms had deep red wallpaper, others had textures or patterns. It gave each space its own vibe. Okay, so one night I couldn't sleep, so I just started walking and somehow ended up in Old Port around midnight. And wow, the streets were glowing, but not in that harsh city-like way. It was this soft, vintage glow that made everything feel romantic, even the empty sidewalks. I peeked into these restaurants, all closed but styled like Parisian film sets. I took so many photos through the windows, just admiring the design. And the people I met, I got caught taking selfies, and this guy walks by and goes, "You look beautiful in this light." Then I met 2 guys who asked me to take their photo.
Say hi.
2 girls literally fell in front of me, giggling and drunk. It felt like I stumbled into someone else's movie. I came back the next night for dinner and a drink, and the food just as good as the atmosphere. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more vibes, more wandering,